News 3 is taking action for your health. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jessica Larche. We're taking a deeper look into some of the biggest health stories of the week, and we're spending more time with the story that is warming hearts across our region. A North Carolina baby's weak cry turned out to be the sign of a deadly condition. It's called Spinal Muscular Atrophy, or SMA. We'll introduce you to little Kaylee Price in just a bit, but first, meet CHKD pediatric neurologist Dr. Crystal Proud. She specializes in this rare and genetic disorder. And until recently, she says the diagnosis was a death sentence.
It is a motor nerve disease. It's a motor nerve disease that impacts all of the muscles throughout the body, and those motor nerves deteriorate over the lifetime of the patient. And unfortunately, that means that every muscle in the body is impacted, leading to weakness of the arms and legs, but also, importantly, weakness of the muscles that help you to breathe.
That was the daunting reality for little Kaylee Price. The drug that could cure her cost $2 million. But would her family's insurance company cover the cost? This is Kaylee's journey.
Oh, no, don't take it, Mama.
Kaylee Price's piercing cry is a joyful noise to Mom and Dad.
She'll be screaming right in your face, and all we can think is that we're just so thankful, you know, that we can hear her now.
When she was born back in March, you could barely hear her. More signs signaled something wasn't right.
We started noticing, you know, she wasn't holding her head up like some babies would normally do, and so we started to worry a little bit.
Their pediatrician in Belvidere, North Carolina began to worry too. He sent them to see Dr. Crystal Proud, a pediatric neurologist at CHKD. She specializes in spinal muscular atrophy, the top genetic killer of infants.
The babies that were diagnosed with this disorder passed away from losing the ability to breathe because those muscles became so weak.
So weak because of a missing or mutated gene that stops their muscles from developing. Most die by the age of 2. 10 babies a year in Virginia are diagnosed.
Can you smile? Show your dimples?
And at just 8 weeks old, Kaylee's testing confirmed she was one of them.
We were overwhelmed, you know.
We felt powerless.
Dr. Proud started Kaylee on a drug called Spinraza. It's been showing promise in SMA patients for 3 years, but it requires an injection into their tiny bodies every 4 months for the rest of their lives. But days later, a newly approved gene therapy drug called Zolgensma hit the market. It would essentially give Kaylee's body the missing gene, and it only required 1 dose. But the drug came at a cost, $2 million. Their health insurance company covered it.
I can't even describe how thankful we are.
What? Oh my goodness.
See, even Kaylee said thank you.
Thank you.
Kaylee became the first baby in Virginia to receive the new drug under FDA approval. She's already doing better.
That's a good job.
Thanks to a multi-million-dollar dose of hope.
I hope and I expect that she will sit, stand, and walk, that she will go through school and just excel, and that at some point, well down the road, that she will have her own family that she can tell her story to.
We're just so thankful.
Such a cutie pie there. So why is this drug so expensive? Dr. Proud was part of the clinical trials to test it, and she says that process alone can cost billions of dollars. But even with the price tag, she says it does not compare to all the medical bills a child would face otherwise.
These children would be in and out of the ICU for weeks, if not months at a time. Several of them would have breathing tubes and live on ventilators. They would have gastrostomy feeding tubes. They would have just a multitude of different complications that are quite expensive. And so if we can treat this up front with a medication that can reduce or even eliminate some of those necessary interventions, it's actually a cost savings in the long run.
Kaylee's parents say they were incredibly thankful and a bit surprised when their insurance company covered that $2 million tab for their treatment. They hope other families will have the same fate.
To the insurance companies, I would say, you know, think about it from instead of from an insurance perspective. I mean, think about it from a family's perspective. It's a matter of like life or death.
Now, early detection of SMA in babies is key to giving them a shot at survival. Starting before the end of the year, Dr. Proud says all newborns in Virginia will be tested for SMA and hopefully will have a happy ending like little Kaylee. If you'd like to know more about the signs and symptoms of SMA, check out this story on WTKR.com. Well, thanks for joining us as we take action for your health. I'm Jessica Larche. Be sure to join me and the entire News 3 This Morning family every weekday morning starting at 4:30. Until then, be well.